What's up, guys? It's Eric again, and today I'm going to be working on my 2001 Jeep Cherokee again. Now, this is a pretty common problem I'm going to be fixing on mine. On my Jeep, the only person who's able to control the doors is the driver. So if I come over here, the passenger door, or the passenger window, I'm sorry, I can't move it up and down from here. And it's the same thing on the back. Windows don't work. So I'm going to show you how to fix that. I don't have the part number for the company, but a switch doctor makes these replacement switches. Now, I went with this company because they're a lot cheaper than an OEM replacement, and the reviews seem pretty good on them. So I'm going to be replacing this today on the driver's side master switch panel. There is an easier or cheaper way to fix this. Now, in most cases, if you have this kind of problem where your switches are intermittent, or you can only control them from the driver's side, you can take off your door panel, separate this OEM switch panel, and then the likelihood is that your switch panel has some broken solder on some of the connections on the back. So you could attempt to resolder it, but I'm not good at wiring. That's not my strong suit at all. So I opted to just pick up a replacement switch panel. So I'm going to be switching this out. No pun intended. Hopefully this should fix my problem. Before you change out this panel, it's always a good idea to go ahead and disconnect your battery. So I'm going to do that first before I start anything and cause any shorts or any kind of problems that I don't want. There's going to be a bunch of little phillips screws holding in your door panel. So go ahead and take all those out first. And then once we take off, there should be 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Once we take all those out, there's going to be clips across the door panel. We're just going to have to pop them out and separate them. If your door panel on your Jeep has never been separated, which isn't too likely, I suppose, but nevertheless, if it hasn't been, this door panel is going to be really stiff and difficult to remove. My panel started to separate a little bit down here, so I'm just going to follow that edge. If your panel is really wedged into place and there's not an easy spot to start separating it like this, you're going to have to get a flathead and pretty much just carefully separate the panel. And you're going to want to work a flathead in here and just carefully run it along the edge until you can bring the flathead across the edge of one of these clips. And then, that's your starting point. You separate that one and just follow the edge around the rest of the door panel. If you're smarter than I am, you'll probably pick yourself up a set of trim removal tools so that you don't break these little plastic clips out. But I'm feeling daring today, so I'm just going to do it basically by hand, maybe with the assistance of a flathead. Once you take all your plastic clips off, you're going to carefully bring the door panel out and then lift it up and off. You want to watch out for this little this plastic I guess not support piece, but this little plastic guide that goes into the door. That's why you need to pull it out, and you can't just lift it up. So you pull that so it's out of the way, and then you're going to carefully lift the door panel up and out. Now, once you get to this point, I'm not going to be able to show it on the camera because I won't be able to get you in there, but basically what you're going to need to disconnect is there's a metal lever for your door lock and your door handle. You're going to need to separate both of those, as well as there's going to be 2 connectors for the switch panel. Door panel's off. So there's these two rods here with opposing 90-degree angles. Those clip onto your panel right here. So basically you just have to wedge these little plastic clips out of the way, and then you can pull these rods down and up and separate them from the door. We have the door free now. So now we're going to take the switch panel off. Looks like it's going to be 3 screws holding it in place. 1 there and 2 there. There is a slight difference in quality between the OEM switch panel and the aftermarket one. Doesn't look like anything that's nothing that would change the functionality of the panel, but not quite as, I guess, just not quite as good as the OEM one, but it is the moment of truth. Everything's hooked back up. So let's put the key in and see if this worked. Oh wait, duh, battery. Let's try that again. Let's see if the other doors work now. Hey, look at that. Very cool. All right, so there you have it. That's one way of fixing your door switches not working. So if you're a evil scientist or you're electrically inclined, I guess you could try and salvage the stock one, but that's not me. I suck with wires, so I just decided to buy a new one, and there you go. That's how you fix it. So if you have any questions or any feedback you'd like to leave, just go ahead and leave it down below. And if we ever get any comments or anything, I'll take the time to respond to them. So yeah, thanks guys. I'll talk to you guys later.